Automaton by Jamiroquai was added to the Just Dance mythos in 2017's Just Dance 2018. It is the second song by Jamiroquai in the series. Junkie is censored. There are multiple mistakes in the lyrics. It's got a difficulty rating of medium, an effort rating of low, 3 gold moves. It has an alternate in the form of the tomato version. The pictogram colors go from cod gray to lemon ginger to Boston blue. The glove colors go from bright sunflower to log cabin to heliotrope. The lyric color goes from magenta to fuchsia, and it has 156 pictograms. Now let's move on to the song itself. I mean, it's really good. And I love the technology-ness of it. I mean, has Jamiroquai always been doing like tech-based songs? Like, obviously not, because one person can't do one genre, I guess, for their entire life. So I guess they can, but like, one subject matter that they use their genre to talk about. I like listening to this song. It's got punch. Or maybe I just like this genre of music. EDM, I'm in and out with it. The choreography is also really, really good. Although it is very repetitive. Honestly, a little bit too repetitive. This really could have benefited from an extreme version. Now let's move on to the background of the map. The background is primarily composed of turquoise computer hardware. The dancer's platform is a pointed circular turquoise gear. The hardware flashes as the dancer spirals inward. It then spirals into some neon-lit squares, which are doors that open to the dancer's figure spinning. He then gets into a dark room with blue square and circle-shaped vents, which he spirals into. During the bridge, he transports into a hardware with motionless clones of him. Oh no, he's just a robot. He's been a robot this entire time. Guys, did you know that this was a robot? No, that's not a human. That's not a human. That is a robot. They totally built a robot on this. Ubisoft collaborated with Boston Dynamics just for Just Dance. Obviously, I'm kidding, but that's the aesthetic they're going for. I'm gonna be honest. For a map released in Just Dance 2018, it is really, really beautiful. Like, this might honestly be the most beautiful looking background in all of Just Dance 2018. And that's saying a lot, honestly. Especially if you love turquoise. Oh my god, turquoise is such a nice shade of green. It's also a traveling background, which, has to be way more expensive, or maybe not expensive, more time consuming to produce than a regular static background with, some pictures going up and down. Motion graphics, animation, no disrespect, but you're not gonna beat out building an entire area and then having your camera zoom in through there. You'd think that they would reuse that, but no, not really, unless you count, Walking on Sunshine, which reused a lot. I'm honestly surprised they never reused that in a non-Just Dance game. Why not make a platformer or something, You're just gonna build this entire 3D environment and only ever show the good-looking parts of it and never make it playable? I guess that makes more sense than actually making it playable, because when you make an area playable, there's a lot more that goes into it. What I'm saying is, I really, really like it, and it's gonna get a yeah from me. This is what Just Dance backgrounds should be. Now let's move on to the appearance of the coach. The dancer is a humanoid robot with a helmet-like head. He is primarily yellow with a black face and torso. While yellow, his body flashes pink. He changes to a black base color where he flashes pink, blue, and green. I'm not gonna lie, the design by itself, when you're just looking at the official render, isn't much to write home about. But using, fancy editing tricks, they actually painted different body parts, different colors, so that they could do different cool effects. And that's really, really cool. I like when Just Dance does that. They do more with the coach's outfit than just have it be bright and colorful. They actually change it up a lot. I swear, they used to do that a whole lot more. Now they're doing that a whole lot less. Or when they are doing it, it's like an entire costume change, which, yeah, it's cool, but you could do so much without needing to change the actual clothing that is being worn. And this is a good example of that. But hey, if you want to design more than one outfit for each coach, fine by me. I mean, you're just putting yourself into more trouble with the editing. A lot more can go wrong by doing that. But that's Ubisoft for you. They only like to take the easy way out sometimes. This design gets a perfect. Now let's move on to the gold moves. There are 3 in this routine. In the first and second gold move, you spin your right forearm out to the right in a punching motion. In the third gold move, you simply put both your arms out at a right angle. Yeah, this is where it's gonna lose major points. Come on, the punching, and honestly, just the punching in general, come on, you could have done so much more with a robot. Come on, couldn't you have done a little bit of, the robot dance? Y'all love pulling that with the kids modes, but no, we gotta do punches with the all audiences dances. Come on. Honestly, that whole part of the routine is just so repetitive. I mean, don't get me wrong, it feels good when you're in the vibes, but you gotta be in the vibes. Sometimes you're just not in the vibes. I feel like they could have put in a lot more effort into the routine in general, but these gold moves, yeesh, it is tough. I'm gonna give the first and second gold move an okay because, you know, I guess it's possible to fail it. But the third gold move, it's gonna get an X. I'm sorry, like, come on. It's not hard at all to get this. It's literally just like whoop, whoop, and there you go. It's all done. But we're not done yet because this map got an alternate in the form of the tomato version. It has a difficulty rating of medium, an effort rating of moderate, 3 gold moves. The pictogram color is Monza, the glove color is just light blue, the lyric color is Dodger blue, and there's 186 pictograms. Let's move on straight to the background of this map. The background takes place in a fridge full of food and condiments. During the chorus and breakdown, the fridge turns into an outer space with condiments and food flying through the air towards the dancer as different colored rounded rectangles fly in the same direction. See, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to, like, you know, relatively older Just Dance maps. Like, they just take, you know, an image, right, or maybe like different 2D assets, and then, you know, light them up, make them travel, you know, motion graphics animation. And I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. I mean, even I could do it with Lightworks. I just choose not to do it because it's a lot harder to do with Lightworks because I don't have professional software. You want me to use professional software? You got professional software money? Anyway, this background is a huge downgrade. I'm gonna give it, I don't know, a good, because I guess I like the aesthetics of it. Now let's move on to the appearance of the coach. The dancer is a tomato with blue sunglasses with yellow dots around the frame, a black goatee, and 2 gloves. And the left one is white and has a golden bracelet. And the right one is, you know, light blue because you need something to be able to know what movements is happening. Under that, he has a green shirt with green pants. He also wears white sneakers. They really heard "I'm Automaton" and took "I'm a tomato" out of it. At the same time, that is very creative, but at the same time obvious. But also, I want to give it so many points because I never would have thought of that. And also, this is the epitome of the inherent silliness of Just Dance that I actually really like. I like the inherent silliness of Just Dance. I mean, come on, we're watching people dance on our screens and we're supposed to follow them while stuff happens in the background. You can get silly with it, and I love that they got silly with it. If Automaton was added to Just Dance 2023 edition, you know full well that it never would have gotten this alternate, and instead it would have gone to like the 5 other K-pop songs. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't meant to make fun of the K-pop people anymore. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Psych. Anyway, this appearance, you know, it's way more basic than the original, so I can't give it points for that, but it's also very creative and silly, so I guess I'm gonna give it the super that I always give. I give everything a super. And finally, let's move on to the gold moves. There are 3 in this routine. In the first gold move, you stand straight with your arms held at right angles, almost in front of your face. In the second gold move, you lean to the left with your right arm pointed in front of you and slowly bring it back in an upward arc. In the third gold move, you point forward with your right arm and kick your left leg. So not only does this have generally more unique gold moves, but they turn out to be slightly better, you know? I mean, the first gold move is just gonna get a good, whatever. At least it's a little bit, you know, harder to do the correct motion to get it to register. Although the second gold move is just gonna get an okay because it's not hard at all to hit. But the third gold move is actually gonna get a super because, you know, I've actually missed it once or twice. It's hilarious that this alternate has better gold moves than the original. Overall, Automaton gets a perfect. I really hope we get more like this in the future. Do you have any suggestions? Leave them down below, and I hope you really enjoyed this remake of my very first JDMR. Do I consider this my 1,000 subscriber special? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Thank you for watching. Adios.